Hello guys, welcome back to yet another one with us, the Review Bros. Oh wait, this is not another normal video review. This is the Grow Your Biceps edition. Now guys, what do I bring to the table? 10 years of training experience, and you know what? I've often been called out for arm days only, when the truth actually is the opposite. I will only throw arms in at the end of my chest or back session for a set to 2 sets of a couple of different exercises. And even some weeks I miss that, simply because my arms respond very, very well to training. And this also comes from all of the research from following bodybuilding. Ronnie Coleman, Jay Cutler, Flex Wheeler, Orion Yates, Lee Haney, and of course, Arnold himself. So this is coming from that sort of training. This is the bread and butter of arms training, specifically biceps in this episode. You know, this isn't any fancy stretch and squeeze. This isn't any band workout. This is pure iron to get the most mass out of your training. If your arms are a weakness, I really highly recommend dedicating one day just for arms. If you truly can't still fit that in, what I recommend is, instead of the traditional chest and triceps, back and biceps, do chest and biceps and back and triceps. And the reason being is, during that back day, you're already going to be working your biceps, so they will get a bit of secondary use that way, as well as then a whole nother day to kill them on their own. So what are you going to see today? Well, you're going to see my 5 top favourite exercises for really building the arm mass. And in that 5, I'm also going to throw in some training tips, such as fully supinating the wrists, etc, etc. Stay tuned. To be honest guys, I'm going to start off with something super controversial. Form is not everything, guys. There is such a thing as a controlled cheat. And what I mean by that is, don't go absolutely mad, but there is some room for a bit of a cheat towards the end of your set. Name me one Mr. Olympia who has ever done just completely good form. You won't find one. I'm not going to science this up way too much, guys, but obviously bicep means 2. So you've got the inner head and you've got the outer head. Now, what I've always learned, what I've always been told, what I've always done is, wherever possible, shy away from that easy curl bar and move to a straight bar, simply because the wrists then are forced to supinate, and that for me really works the bicep a lot more. Obviously you have the brachialis that runs through into there, which you can see pop if I was a bit lower body fat, but the hammer style grip will use that brachialis, bicep, forearm, but the true bicep worker is a fully supinated wrist. Now, the ultimate bread and butter, do not miss this exercise, is a straight bar curl. Now, if you truly can't do it with a straight bar, that is fair enough. Don't injure yourself. Use the easy curl bar. Now, grab yourself a straight bar. You want to have your hands just outside of that shoulder width. Now, what I mean by this form is, start off reasonable, and then out towards the end, you really want to burn every single fibre. Guys, don't be afraid to put some weight on the bar. Next up, one of my favourite exercises, using the trusty preacher curl. There's a reason Arnie used to use these a lot. This one will seriously stretch out the bicep, so it will stretch out the muscle fascia, eliciting more room for more muscle growth. It will truly tear down the fibre, and you will definitely feel this the next day. Furthermore, for guys out there who struggle to get a peak on that bicep, this is my #1 go-to for that peak muscle. And I'll say it again, guys, form is not 100% everything with biceps. Start off nice and strict. Get that stretch. Don't go all the way to the bottom. And then when you start to wear out, get a bit of swing into it. Another super important tip, guys, make sure you're progressing the resistance each and every week you train arms. Now, what I mean by that is, you don't actually have to add weight. As long as you're adding reps and weight, you'll be laughing. So for example, one week you curl the 10s for 10 reps. The next week, you want to move on to the 11s, even if it's for 8 reps. Or if you can't manage that, do those 10s again, but aim for 11 or more. Okay, so one for the long head, outer head of the bicep. This one will really show when you hit that side chest and really help give you arm that rounded look from the outside when you're wearing that t-shirt down the beach. And it comes in the form of rope hammer curls. Now these can be done with a dumbbell, so it is up to you, but remember to go heavy or go home. When you start to fail, give it some. Moving into exercise number 4, supinating alternating curls with dumbbells. Get a couple of dumbbells in the hands and give it a twist action with the pinky aiming to go to as near to the face as possible. Again, give it a bit of language, bit of body language in there. Have you ever tried spider curls? Well, they are a completely underutilized exercise in today's world. I'm going to show you exactly how they're meant to be performed. And you know what, guys? This is a killer finisher. Here she is, guys. That spider curl platform. If you don't have one, get a bench, set the bench up as straight as possible and get that action going. So you want to get a wide grip, straight bar again if you can, really curl it in. Really hope you enjoyed that episode, guys. Let us know your favourite bicep exercises, and you know what, don't blame me for the DOMs the next day, but give that a go, guys. Week in, week out, your arms are guaranteed to grow. And as always, guys, stay stimmed.